Welcome back. Market watchers are concerned about potential insider trading due to an unusual surge in oil futures trading on Monday morning. Take a look at this minute-by-minute breakdown. Trading volume remained low until about 6:49 a.m. Eastern, when over just a few minutes, trading volume jumped almost tenfold. That spike went back down until about 15 minutes later, when President Trump announced he was postponing strikes on Iranian power plants and energy infrastructure, and that caused a surge in the oil markets. CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger joins me now. And Jill, what is your reaction to the trade jump that we saw Monday?
It seems highly suspicious when you see a surge in volume on no news. Remember, we see a volume surge like this when you have announcement of attacks, or maybe if we had heard something in the war zone that was going to create anxiety among traders. But here we have no news. We have traders basically betting on crude oil going down, which was kind of anti where we were going. That was sort of contra the trend. We were heading up, and then all of a sudden a bunch of people voting on us going down. And then the announcement emerges. And then, in fact, crude oil did plunge by 10%. So it has many people watching this saying, scratching their heads, hey, did somebody actually have information before it was public? Now, listen, this is called insider trading. It is illegal. And under many circumstances, we would see regulators pounce on this, maybe the Commodities Futures and Trading Commission or the SEC if it were a stock. But so far, they have been silent. And I think that silence is deafening.
And why do you think that is?
Well, I think that this administration came in saying they wanted a lighter touch on the regulatory front. And they are getting that in spades. So there are two factors here. If you say the administration says, hey, ease up on regulation, and at the same time, they're basically defunding many of these regulators, whether it's the CFTC or the SEC, it leaves the people who are standing in those organizations with not a lot of power to make investigations. Look, normally this would actually trigger an investigation. We'd find out what happened, and it would be a very methodical process. I think that it is actually not happening tells us that actually maybe something should be happening.
And we've also seen a similar dynamic in some betting markets. Can you explain?
Yeah, I mean, well, listen, I think that it is shocking that we have a free flow of information, and it seems like some people have information before the rest of us do. And you heard me reference insider trading. Now, for some people of a certain age, that's me, Nicole, we're going to remind you that there are people like Martha Stewart who were accused of insider trading 25 years ago, and the regulators pounced on her. Now, she didn't go to jail for insider trading. She went to jail because she lied to prosecutors. That said, the fact that we are having information emerge, whether it's for betting markets, whether it's in financial markets, in the futures markets, I think this really casts a shadow over people feeling like there is an unfair playing advantage. If you have information, you're an insider, you get that information, you make money. The rest of us schlubs have to just invest the plain old long-term investing way in our retirement accounts. And I don't think many people are going to feel good about this, Nicole.
All right. Well, Jill Schlesinger, we know you'll continue to follow it for us. Thanks so much.
Sure.